Tower, Golf Charlie, Bravo, November, hold for 26 up Foxtrot, confirmed, just looking for a wind check before we go. Golf Charlie, Bravo, November.
Oh, there it is in the corner, just hiding.
Oh, okay,
Okay.
yep.
This is our plane.
Sweet.
Bravo, November, Tower, right turn northbound. Wind 280 at 19, gusting 26. Follow.
What we're going to do is we take our fuel, strain our cup, and we're going to push it up, and that's how you strain the fuel. And it kind of gets down there. Try to get on your hand. It is leaded fuel, so
okay.
not great to touch your eyes or anything afterwards. It's easier in the sunlight, but we can see here. So it's blue.
Yeah.
So we know it's the right type of fuel. Our fuel's dyed blue. There's no dirt underneath, and there's no water. Water will sink in the gas, so it's like a bubble. You'd see a bubble at the bottom. So that's all good. So just nice and
Oh, clear, no debris. Looks good.
sweet. And one right here.
Looks good.
Awesome. So just a couple other, well, 3 more low points potentially. It's okay. Looking good. Now, go over to your other door. We'll go through the pre-flight checklist. So, pre-flight checklist. Go cockpit checklist where you confirm the version. This was one. Okay. 72 SMO 2021 version 3. 72 SMO 2021 version 3.
Okay.
So we're on the right checklist. Fire extinguisher secure and charged. Fire extinguisher is down here. It's secure and it's in the green, so it's charged.
Good.
First aid kit stowed. Here's our baggage, and there it is. Yeah, so that red bag is our first aid. So, fire extinguisher, first aid kit, control locks. If there was a control lock, it would be right here, and it would keep the controls from moving. We don't have one right now because you can see the controls are free.
Okay.
Ignition switch off. Ignition's right there. The key's not in it, and it's in the off position. Avionics master switch off. Right here is off. Master switch. I'm going to turn it on. Fuel quantity indicators. I'm going to check quantity and low fuel enunciators. So our fuel is right here. It's reading about what we measured.
Oh yeah, you can verify. Okay.
And it would say up here.
Low
See, it says low fuel, but right now it's
lamp
not.
test
So
as well.
yeah, so that's test to make sure everything's working. Avionics master switch on.
Avionics is for all the navigation equipment.
This is all the it's mostly comms, but yeah, nav and all avionics or navigation, autopilot, and communications.
So what are we hearing right now?
So right now,
is that the?
This is an avionics cooling fan. So checking for audible. You can also hear the gyroscopic instruments starting to spool up a little bit, so you'll hear some spinning or whirring. So we've checked that, and we're going to turn this back off. Alternate static is right here, so that's off. Annunciator panel, test and release. I already tested, but see, make sure nothing's actually burnt out. It's not that it's off, it's burnt out, so then now they're actually off, we know for sure. Yeah. Fuel selector valve, both. So you can select individual tanks, but it's not really a reason to, so you keep them on both. Fuel shutoff valve, push all the way in. Flaps, extend.
So that's running off of battery power?
Yeah, right now we're using the battery.
Okay.
Elevator trim, except for takeoff. It's in takeoff position. Baggage door, check, lock with key. I just did that over there. Okay, external check per POH. We're gonna do our walk around, and then we'll be good to go.
Awesome.
We checked the documents. Maintenance said that the plane is all safe to fly. We did our pre-flight initial check. We're gonna do a whole ton. You'll see that checklist is double-sided. There's tons of checks. There's so many. We're always making sure everything's working. So lots of redundancy. But right now we're gonna check for basically obvious damage to the plane. At the end of the day, they put them all in the hangar, and it gets kind of tight in there, so it could potentially be bumped. So we're checking for damage, or maybe the last person that flew it broke something. Who knows? But we're taking a look to make sure there's no obvious damage before we start. So looking, spinner's intact. Look at the prop. Looking for chips or dents or anything major. This one's looking okay. Other props looking all right. Yeah, so there's the leading edge is going to be the one that picks up the chips mostly.
So that's why you don't
yeah,
necessarily...
so there's the trailing edge as well, but this is the one that's going through the air in front, so that's probably where the damage will be. But yeah, take a look. So now we take a look. This is the cowling. So this is the cowling, like the engine shroud essentially. So no bird's nest being built in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
We've got our alternator belt on this side, so I just give it a little poke, make sure it's got some tension to it. Take a look. We've got our intake right here, nothing blocking it, no debris.
Yeah.
This is our oleo. It's our suspension. It's
Gotcha.
a hydraulic. There's like oil inside it to dissipate energy. The planes are very, very well maintained,
Yeah.
especially considering their age.
They can
They're
tell.
not in mint condition, so you'll see stuff like there's scrapes. and
Yeah, they
some
understand the
stuff.
superficiality of.
Yeah, yeah. But they should be safe to fly. But this is what we're looking for.
Yeah,
This is
no,
what we're-
yeah.
So the oleo, because you see that silver, we know that it's not like
The
flat, it's
chrome-
not compressed. Yeah, that chromish bit.
Okay. Yeah.
If you had an oleo failure or something, like if the oil leaked out, there'd be a puddle of oil on the ground and it would compress all the way flat, and you wouldn't see any silver.
Gotcha. Okay.
Coming along here, we've got our static port for our instruments. That's not blocked, nothing like that.
Oh, just the center.
There's a little
hole?
tiny
Yeah.
hole right in the center. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Got some vents up here, nothing blocking those. PO2, we took the cover off. There's no cover on there right now. We've got our lights.
Remind me what this was. Airspeed, I guess. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so the PO tube takes basically dynamic air pressure, the ram air. So as it plows through the air pressure it feels, the airspeed indicator takes the pressure being pushed in from our speed here and subtracts the ambient atmospheric pressure from
okay.
this, because this is out of the airflow, so it should be kind of neutral.
Yeah. Yeah.
So by taking the force of the atmosphere plus our wind speed and subtracting the normal atmosphere, it just has like the pressure from wind, and that's how it determines our speed.
Gotcha. Cool.
Solar horns clear. As I'm coming along, I'm looking for any like damage to the wing. Pardon?
Are you doing ground? Are you going?
We're going. Hope you're going. Oh, thank you very much.
I noticed you was trying to.
He just wants to get on camera. That's all. You want to look good for the camera. You're working hard.
Sure. Yeah, I'll be on YouTube video?
No, it's just for personal documentation.
Well, this is just to meet my quota.
Okay, sounds good. Checkbox.
Recording audio too, just so you know.
I did it.
All right.
All right, cool.
So coming along the bottom of our aileron, making sure things aren't like wiggling too much. So there's a little plate here, but as long as it doesn't freely rotate, that's fine. Wing weights, we have 3 weights and ailerons. There will be 3 more on the other side.
Okay.
It's just to reduce flutter, because if they're really light, as you're flying along, they kind of flap away. So it gives it a little bit of weight. It doesn't make it any harder on the controls, but it keeps the wind from just tossing it.
Okay. Cool.
Especially while it's parked too. So now we got our flap. You can see this is why they wiggle a little bit, because of the construction.
Yeah.
So that's normal. That's really normal. As long as it doesn't like rotate, because that would be loosening it or something.
Okay. Cool.
So you look at our tire. It's inflated. It's not looking flat. It's not looking bald or like worn out or anything. Hydraulic brakes aren't leaking all over the ground.
Sorry,
Looking
am I
okay.
getting you?
That's all.
Sorry.
It's okay. We got leaded fuel earlier, so we're.
Antennas, those are our radio antennas. They're intact, not missing anything. Overall side of the fuselage looks okay. Horizontal stabilizers looking like it's in good condition. Take a look at our elevator. Things looking okay. Rudders. Got 3 connection points. Making sure those are all intact along there. It's looking good. Take a look at the underside of our tail, making sure there's no scrapes or anything. It's looking fine. These are our rudder cables. That's what's connected to our feet. Making sure those connections are secure on both sides. VOR antennas. Oh, someone's flying right over it too. Probably going to pierce it.
Oh yeah.
I guess. But, trim tab secured, looking good. And then yeah, same stuff on the side. So fuselage looking okay. GPS antenna transponder on the bottom. Coming over here, same thing with this flap, making sure it's okay. Sweet. Tires not bald, not looking deflated. Also, we're not chalked. That was another thing. If we were chalked on the fronts, we'd take them out. No hydraulic leaks from the brakes. 1, 2, 3. The other one weights.
yeah.
These ones right here. Just coming around the other side. There's probably some stuff I'm not even mentioning.
Yeah, you're just so used to it. Right?
You're just looking, and if something seems out of place, or like damaged, or if there's something missing, or something there that you don't remember being there, then it's probably something to be concerned about.
Gotcha.
And we're so lucky because we have maintenance in-house. Like that hangar right there is maintenance. Yeah, when you're ready, you can hop on in.
Sounds good. Oh yeah.
Alright, so I'm gonna write down the time. This is kind of like the odometer car, but it ticks hourly. It's called the Hobbs meter. That's how we know how long the engine's been running for. So write that down before the engine start. And then we go through our before start checklist. So pre-flight inspection, completed it. Passenger briefing. Okay, Gordon. I'm Zach again. This is the 172S model. We're in Gulf Lima X-ray Papa. Got 2 emergency exits, my door and your door. You open.
I love that.
Yeah, you open with these handles. Windows, it's just a little lever. It's like an L shape. So
Gotcha.
you just lift it to open it, and to close it, you pull it back. That's all. Mixture, idle cutoffs all the way out. And we're gonna yell outside real quick. Make sure those are on. Clear prop! Master switch is coming on. Beacon is on. And the engine was... What's our temp looking like right now? Our oil temperature is looking... Oh, maybe we won't need a prime. So I'm going to try to start. If it doesn't start, then I'll prime it a bit. But so I'm going to have to reach all the way over here. And one's around us. Here we go. Alright, so we've started. We're going to check our oil pressure right there. Oil temperature, oil pressure, so we're in the green, so we're okay. Start checklist complete. After start, we go flaps for retracted stages. And then flaps. Now all the way up. Avionics on and configure. Master switch on, and we can put our headsets on now. For the ground system 172 Gulf Lima X-ray Papa, information November.
Gulf Lima X-ray Papa, orbital ground support code 1203, standby.
1203, standby, Lima X-ray Papa.
Romeo Foxtrot Kilo Tower, cleared touch and go runway 32.
So this is our transponder, and we put in a code so they know who transponder is, and when we're airborne, it's going to spit out location information and altitude information as well.
Lima X-ray Papa, ground, say request.
Ground Lima X-ray Papa, Sniper 2, we're looking for taxi for Northwest M3000.
Lima X-ray Papa, ground, roger. There's a Seminole exiting apron 1, advise in sight.
Roger, will advise and send Lima X-ray Papa.
Alright, so
to steer, there's no hands involved in the actual steering. It's all the pedals. So I'm going to line us up onto here, this yellow line, and we're going to follow the plane in front of us, but we'll stick to lines too. So when you're ready, I'm going to give you control. So I'm going to say you have control, and to which you'd respond, I have control. Okay?
Okay.
Ready? Okay, you have control.
Okay, I have control.
Okay. And then, yeah, we'll just follow this yellow line as best you can. Ice, we're good. Lights, we're going to throw our landing light on when we're clear to take off. And transponder is going alt, sock. Our wind sock is just off our left there. Not looking too bright, or, too, like, windy, so it's okay.
Golf Foxtrot Romeo, number 3, follows Cessna traffic on right base over the 401. Golf Foxtrot Romeo, tower, roger, and follow them, number 3.
Right, they'd much rather have a whole bunch of people waiting on the ground than a whole bunch of people waiting in air. So, once this guy is passed, they'll probably line up the first guy, and I don't see anyone else, so hopefully we'll be going soon. Waterloo Tower, Lima X-ray Papa is holding short, 32 ready.
Golf Lima X-ray Papa, Waterloo Tower, line up runway 32.
Line up 32, Golf Lima X-ray Papa. 15. Gonna write this real quick. 15. And we're good. We're not cleared takeoff yet, but we are, we were told to line up. So we're not cleared takeoff because that guy's just not too far ahead of us.
Tower, climb, runway heading, clear takeoff, runway 32.
Runway heading, clear takeoff 32, Golf Lima X-ray Papa. Okay, now we're clear takeoff. landing light on. And yeah, we're gonna line up to the runway. And here we go, we're lined up. Gonna fly full power, just gentle, check full power. Make sure our gauges are green on the far left there. Airspeed, our needles are live, starting to move. Barreling down the runway. As we get towards 55, we're gonna start our rotation. Out here. And I'm gonna climb out at about 76. So. And here we are. Cool, right?
So this is what you get to do every day.
Yeah, yeah. You can see why you love it, but
Not a bad job, eh?
no, it's always a good time.
Awesome.
So they gave us a runway heading, which means we're going to continue in this direction.
Okay.
We're gonna fly the heading of the runway, which is 32 or 320, so northwest, which is what we wanted anyway. So it's a good time. All right, so we're at safe altitude. We'll smoke the fire. Landing light's gonna come off. Visual range full speed. Good. Bumps are up. Gauges are green. So we're gonna keep heading this way. Because we have a runway heading, we're gonna have to be very careful with where we're facing and going the right direction. But what I'm gonna do is, when you're ready, I can give you control. It's a blast, trust me.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see it's gonna be a lot of fun.
So we're at 3,300 right now?
So we kind of climbed up. Right now we're this is 1,010. That's our 100. So we're about 3,000 feet above sea level,
Okay.
which is about 2,000 feet above the ground.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool, man. This is...
So that's the city of Waterloo to our left. But number one, lead back to your pop-up. Fixture storage, fuels on. So they say we're number one. Which means we have no traffic to follow. We're going to land whenever. So we're going to be landing in this direction, going that way. Obviously, once they're away, we'll get cleared. But we're number one, so we're good to start coming into descent and land. Start descent here, safe airspeed flaps 20.
From Zulu Tower, heading restriction canceled. Uniform Zulu.
Yeah, we'll come into land. Winds are nice and light. Runway 32. We'll clear us to land at one point once that flares off the runway. A little bit of sun going on. Approach at like 65 knots or so.
Plane straight Papa Tower, clear to land runway 32.
Clear to land runway 32. Sure, Papa.
Tower Alpha Kilo Tower, we're just over Mare Hill now. Never had eyes on that traffic.
Papa Kilo Tower, roger. There now you're 10 to 11 o'clock for 3 miles, crossing Highway 7, joining the downwind and search altitude. Your altitude restriction is canceled. Advise when you get to the site.
So we have the safe now, and our altitude restriction is Alpha Kilo Tower.
Papa Kilo Tower, thanks. Send number 3 phone.
Number 3 will follow Alpha Kilo Tower.
Uniform Zulu Tower, change en route frequency.
Uniform Zulu.
So those 4 lights on the left side of the runway, precision approach path indicators, or PAPIs, they kind of tell us if we're high or low. So white means we're high, red means we're low. So ideally, we see 2 and 2, kind of like this.
Oh, okay.
And that means we're in a good spot. We're coming to land, we're clear to land.
Tower, Alpha Romeo, right downwind, runway 32, full stop.
Trying to make this a good one for you. No promises.
No worries.
Number 230, traffic, Alpha Romeo. Alpha Romeo has traffic in sight. Top Alpha Romeo Tower, thanks, number 2.
Butter. No, hey, no.
No, I think that's a pretty good one.
Flight no trip Alpha Tower, exit Alpha taxi in.
Exit Alpha, taxi in, have a great night, leave exit Papa.
Good night. Top Alpha Romeo Tower, clear to land runway 32.
Thank you so much, dude.
Oh, I hope you enjoyed.
Honestly, this is like, it's gonna take a few years before this gets beat, I think. Unless I start doing this all the time now.